brain, share them with another human being, and release them from your psyche. Once you have established your safe place, practice going back to this when you begin feeling anxious or fear begins taking hold of you. Close your eyes if you must, but you can do it while taking someone else too, with eyes open. Picture the place, repeat its name, and do your breathing. Slowly, over time, you will build up momentum and strengthen the process to slow or stop the panic and fear response, replacing it with a calming response without as much or any medications. As you practice, imagine a calming response develop you to build a Pavlovian response to the name of your safe place, and simply by stating its name, you invoke the calming response you reach through the guided meditations. In other words, you will be able to calm yourself simply by saying the words alone. This is your connection to the sacred within your experience and within the cosmos. 7. Vulnerabilities, shadow exercise. When are you vulnerable? When are you scared of yourself or for others? Which of these fears, anxieties can you control, and what can you do about them? What can you do to prepare or mitigate or lessen them? What is out of your control? Make a painting of your vulnerabilities and shadow side. Talk them through with your therapist. 8. Revisiting your self place. Begin with a guided meditation. End by revisualizing your safe place. Has your safe place changed? Has the image strengthened? Have other people come into it? Over the weeks you have been using it, how has it evolved? Has it changed completely or stayed the same? Paint it again and explain to the therapist how it was or how it has or has not changed. Perhaps why it has changed. Your safe place along with its name are free to evolve with you as you continue to grow and emerge. 9. Do free-flowing art projects practice guide meditations when you need and want to. Let your therapist begin to introduce operative words to your experience and growth. Words you can spontaneously imagine and paint, thus incorporating them into your psyche and readopting into your life. The words can be spontaneous or meaningful to you. Your therapist reaches for them and pulls them out of the hat of their experience, interpretation, and spiritual presence. Words that come up from the many weeks of sessions may hold true to you, be significant, or may be fleeting. Example: organic, fluid, movement, nature, work, family, love, determination, etc. Words that might characterize you or simply build upon the imagination and new neural pathways you are forming and strengthening. Further and indefinitely redeveloping the pathways and your resolve to take your brain away from fear and into the greater minds of creative thought and spiritual connection. Keep developing these pathways at home with art projects, their meditations and process to relax and grow, continually offsetting the deep scratch and fried synapses that resulted during your trauma, regrowing them into new ways of thinking and seeing the world. Through this, you take back control of your mind and life. Overview and goal. If your trauma is represented as the trunk of a tree of frozen emotions and fear response within your brain, representing the central nervous system from the spine roots to the reptilian bird amygdala at a center of the brain where it abruptly stops with its terrifying and inaccurate adrenal response. A stunted trunk of a tree will not survive, for it cannot reach beyond the primitive brain and into the greater canopy and full potential of the mind. A tree with no limbs nor leaves is unable to grow into the outstretched enjoyment of full capacity and to capture the nourishment of earth and sunshine. The stunted tree must sprout new growth into the left, right, and frontal cortex and reconnect life-giving branches to absorb the beauty of full emotions, thoughts, and sunlight, or it will die. Our evolutionary ancestors, reptilian and bird parts of the brain and its corresponding emotions of flight or fight, must be harnessed and guided into higher thinking, connections to loved ones, new activities, dreams, and your overall sense of self-well-being. We are so much more than we once were, but we must go through that childhood growth process to see it again and plant the seeds of our future thoughts in a positive way, slowly and conscientiously building the branches until they grow and overshadow the trunk of the fear response, drowning the trunk of its light and power over you, leaving your fear response exposed to emotion, attention, and fostering your creative future to grow. Fostering your creative future to grow, to fall, regrow, fall, and reawaken, building growth, creation, and self-esteem for your life to move on. Ultimately, and hopefully, leaving the trauma trunk in the shadows, never to be seen again. If you must access to your trauma to explain it to others to help them heal, be careful. These are powerful emotions. Only access them with a therapist. The emotions are meant to trigger the survivor fight for your life response and can be overpowering and trap you in that moment for life. So much talk. Therapy today revolves around the Freudian model of talking through trauma. Instead, we need to put trauma in its place, context, and leave it as it found us, ready to grow and move on. We must actively drive our brains to positive ways of being, seeing, and remembering to override the reptilian brain and its overpowering fear response. Continue art projects, creative thinking, walks with loved ones, spiritual development, walking or sleeping meditations, etc., to relax during the days and nights. Allow your brain time to heal. Guide it this way and that way away from negative thoughts, thinking and thought patterns. Avoid negative influences, negative media and triggers. Be careful what you put into your mind and body. Take walks, get outside, garden, and develop a relationship with nature and spirituality if you feel so inclined. Tips for calm. Find teas that you like and that affect your body and mind well. Develop a daily routine and sleep routine. Look up golden milk recipes and benefits. Add it to your sleep routine. See the benefits of food and spices to calm you and help you generate serotonin, oxytocin, and dopamine naturally. Look into ashwagandha and turmeric as a supplement in your meals. Explore, create, imagine, and be.
Booyah. Want to do it again?
That was hard. That was really, really hard. I think we should have prepared some of the words and underlined and.
I think it's beautiful anyway.
That what was that word?
Indefinitely.
Yeah, indefinitely. I did say it when we were in the car, but I just couldn't. Indefinitely.
I think we're good. I think that's good. We can get on with our day.
You're gonna cry when you listen to it.
Probably.
It's not like a. Predicament.
Mm-hmm.
Path. Is.
Okay.
Okay. Curing PTSD and redevelop.
Go ahead.
From the beginning. Redeveloping the superhero within. Curing PTSD and redeveloping the superhero within. In a 15-year process of dismantling traumatic experience and regaining an equilibrium to see and embrace the world has become a rudimentary equation for healing and a potential map for others' spiritual journeys to a new self. It has taken thousands of hours, dollars, miles, and people, but there is hope. It is by no means an overnight journey, but it is possible. It is not one size fits all, but rather tailored to your own spirituality, experience, predicament, and path. It is a journey through many breakthroughs, letdowns, relapses, hospitalizations, inpatient, outpatient, crisis, shrink, who throw heavy drugs at you, spiritualists who throw the latest trends at you, quacks who throw oils, vitamins, powders, lotion at you, parents and family who solve your problems through their television programs, books and magazines, friends who believe and don't believe your pain, neighbors who doubt you, and some cooks who may be hunting you. The journey is long, painful, exhausting, but undoubtedly worth it when everything is illuminated and you begin to see the world in a light and reality beyond your peers' understanding and perhaps above society's. God gives us trauma to give us insight. If we are able to harness the pain, energy, and intensity, we become the superheroes our media loves to help us dream about. Look deep, breathe deeper, trust in yourself, your team, and your close family,